love between two women. So today's topic is going to be hopefully a quite interesting one. So this is Single Lesbian Series Part 4. Okay, here we go. Have you ever stopped to think about when you were in elementary school, grade school, middle school, high school, maybe even college? The thought I want you to think about is, back in grade school, do you remember any of the teachers' names? Probably not. In middle school, do you remember any of those teachers' names? Teachers, counselors, principal? I know I don't. I don't remember not one elementary school teacher's name. I do remember one middle school teacher's name because I had a thing for this teacher. I don't know what it was, but still to the day, she stands out in my mind. I still know her name. Her name begins with a P. I'm not going to say her name, but her name begins with a P. And she just had the most voluptuous shape. And she had the prettiest handwriting. And I remember she is allergic to chalk, so she would always have to use one of those things that clipped onto the chalk for her to write with. And she was just like the prettiest lady to me. And I just, still to the day, I still remember her name. I can still see her at the chalkboard. And she was the only teacher I ever wanted to go to class. That's the only class I ever wanted to go to. I mean, literally, like every day I look forward to going to this woman's class, okay? All right, call me a pervert. Yes, I went because I wanted to see her. Not so much to learn. I didn't want to learn. I wanted to go see this particular teacher. And then comes high school. I don't remember any of the teachers. I don't even remember the damn curriculums that I was supposed to be learning. Okay? Seriously. I do kind of remember the band teacher. I remember what he looked like, only because he was gay like me. So that was something that really stood out. That was something that really stood out to me. Not to mention, he was just like a super great instructor as far as, you know, band and music and all of that. But even still, I forget his name, but I don't forget him. Then came college. I don't remember any of my professors' names. I don't remember half of the crap they were teaching. I barely, even though I know I went to class every day, and I maintained like a 3.5 or something grade point average. But still, I don't remember half of the stuff. None of the stuff that I was learning, I don't remember, okay? So here's my point. When it comes to relationships, a lot of us has gone through relationship after relationship after relationship. Kind of like from elementary school to junior high to high school to college. Kind of put them in categories like that, right? Now, from, let's say, your elementary days, like when you first decided to come out or whatever. Do you remember the names of any of those girls that you dealt with? I mean, do they stand out so prevalent or so boldly in your mind? Did you remember their name? You remember what y'all done? This, that, probably not. Let's move to your junior high school of lesbian life, right? You might remember one or two of them, might. Some attribute might stand out in your mind about one or two of those girls, maybe. For me it doesn't, but for you it might. Now let's get to your high school. This is where you kind of mature in the lifestyle, and you kind of know what you're doing a little bit, and you know you've had a few experiences, blah blah blah. So you might have maybe two that boldly stand out in your mind, that you can recall their name, where they live, some characteristics about them. You have some memories of what y'all done together, good, bad, or indifferent. Okay, great, fine, wonderful. Then here comes college, right? Your college life of lesbian lifestyle. Now, the comparison I'm making is school to lesbian growth, okay? So, now here you are in your college place of lesbian lifestyle. And this is where you're supposed to be dealing with women, mature women, right? Age is not really a factor, but they're supposed to be mature women. Now, out of that group, depending on how active you have been or you are, you know, because some women really like dating, you know, going out on dates with different people, you know, even have sexual experiences. You know, some people are just not into monogamy. So, you know, you could have maybe one or two that really, really stands out in your mind boldly, but on a positive note. You know, you all went your own separate ways, but they have such, they just have this presence in your mind that is still there, that you still remember their name and, you know, their address and what colors they like and what foods they liked, and, you know, all of those things there. So here's where I'm leading to, right? There has been many women or some women in your life that you just cannot remember anything about. You just can't remember anything about them because they weren't important enough in your life, you know. And some of those women you probably thought, oh, I'm never going to be able to get over her. I'm never going to be able to get through this. You know, the pain is too great. You know, I can't exist without her. This, that, and the third. But yet now, today, in this moment, you don't even remember that chick's name. You don't, I mean, probably if she walked past you, you might have to look twice to realize that that's her, but then you're going to be like, yeah, I remember you. What's your name again? And you probably laid and played with this chick, right? But you don't remember her name because she didn't hold enough relevance in your life for her to be that important for you to remember. Okay, so I'm going to fast forward up to now, right? Up to this present moment. Okay, cool, you're single. Yes, some of you out there might be hurting right now, might be in a bad emotional place, might be thinking, you know, especially if your breakup is new, you're never going to make it through this. You know, the pain is too great. You need her in your life. This, that, and the third. Well, I'm here to share with you that you'll definitely make it, because just like you made it through those others, and that was my whole point in demonstrating the phases of school and how you remember people and how you just don't. If she held no significance, real significance in your life, if she brought nothing of quality into your life where you grew from it, where you matured, where you accelerated in life, if she didn't inspire you, encourage you, and motivate you, you're going to forget her. And in time, you won't even remember that you all were ever together. I mean, you will remember it, but things will be vague. Like the times that you thought was really happy and fun, you'll barely remember them, if you remember them at all. Her name, you may forget it. Her phone number, you probably will forget it, especially if you delete it. So, just know that when it comes to people in relationships, some that has brought significance, empowerment, encouragement, motivation, great things into your life, you're not going to forget them. Just like that teacher that I didn't forget. She taught me. I learned from her. Don't think I didn't learn from her, because I did, even though I was watching her body and stuff. I still learned from her. She was one of the best science teachers I ever had. I think she was science and reading and writing. She was the best at it, okay? And that's where I think I cultivated my love for writing, was from that teacher. So, she was a positive influence in my life. So positive that I still remember her name to today. And probably if I walk past her, yes, she is very aged now, but I probably would still recognize this lady, unless changes are so drastic that I just can't recognize her. That's the same with these relationships. If she hasn't made a drastic impact in your life, in time you're not going to remember very much about her. You're just not. She's going to be a thing of the past, and your hurt is going to die so much that you're going to even forget that you even had an emotional attachment to her, if she held no significance in your life. Now, if she held significance, and if she came powerful, and she, brought great things into your life, and she loved you beyond a veil, and you rejected that, if she encouraged you and motivated you and inspired you, and you struck it down, or you turned away from her for other reasons, or for any reason at all, and you wind up losing her in that process of your own self-centeredness, then you're probably never going to forget it. If anything, you're going to live with thoughts of regret. You're going to live with thoughts of probably a place of emptiness. Because people like that, people that genuinely come into your life and inspire and motivate you and encourage you and love you, without conditions and terms and stuff like that, they are difficult to come by. And when you lose that quality of person, I believe that you've really lost something valuable. Something valuable that you may find it again, you might, but it's going to be very difficult to find it again in another person. or possibly get that person back into your life. We're going to talk about that too in another series, in another part, about being able to return to a relationship in ways how to possibly return. Now, returning can be a challenge. It can be a big challenge because it weighs deeply on the emotions and the trust and, the comfort, and just a lot of other elements that's involved in that we should talk about another time. So to wrap this particular part of the series up, if you're in that place where you're feeling like, the pain is too great, the memories are too strong, you feeling like you're not going to make it past this particular relationship, just think, you made it past the other ones, the previous ones. Some of them you don't even remember their name. You don't even remember, some of the times you all shared. And if this one had no strength in it, the same will happen to this. It'll blow away like millions of grains of sand. It'll just dissipate. And you will be fine. Trust me, you will be fine. You will be better, stronger, more bold, more daring. You'll be wiser. And that's what we're going to get to in these series. It's getting stronger, better, bolder, wiser during these segments. Okay? So until the next time, ladies, you stay strong. Remember to love yourself beyond a veil more than you could possibly love anybody else. Let the residue of your love pour off of you onto other people. But first, have enough love in yourself for yourself so that you are not lacking. So once again, this is Toy with Love Between Two Women. I thank you so much for taking out your time to listen to what I have had to say. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If this video has helped you and you know that it will help someone else, please feel free to share it. It costs you nothing at all to share these videos, but it does help when you help somebody else. Lastly, if you're visiting my channel for the very first time, never have been here, but yet you're finding this information, this content that I'm sharing helpful, don't forget to subscribe. Hit the subscribe button now before you turn the video off, so that each and every time I upload a video, you will be the first to get your access to it, because it'll come right into your inbox. Okay? So, until next time, ladies, thanks so much for watching. And if you have any questions or any topics that you would like for me to discuss using my own personal views and opinions, please email me directly at lovebetween2women@gmail.com. Bye.